All right, guys, my name is Tyler, aka Nanogenix, and today we're talking about Dragon Ball Super Episode 71. Okay, guys, so the name of Dragon Ball Super Episode 71 is the Death of Goku, the Guaranteed Assassination Mission, and this episode was pretty cool. Definitely very different, definitely a very different formula for a Dragon Ball episode. Now, obviously, I don't do non-spoiler reviews on Dragon Ball Super videos. I say that like I've done so many reviews of things ever, but this is for sure a spoiler review here, a spoiler discussion video. So if you guys don't need spoilers for this episode, go ahead and click off now. Oh my gosh. And if you are new here, considering that subscribe button, if you guys are enjoying these Dragon Ball Super reviews, definitely hit that like button as well. But this started off at the end of the episode. So that was the coolest thing to me. That was so not like Dragon Ball, but like a lot of other things in media these days, where a lot of time skipping happens and stuff like that. All of How I Met Your Mother is based around time skipping. It's here, there, here, there, here, there. That's a very bad comparison, but you guys kind of know what I'm saying. So this starts off with us seeing the end, seeing Goku dying, Gohan, Piccolo, and Goten all over his body, like Goten screaming out "Father," and very dark and very just very cool for a Dragon Ball episode. But I think the main thing here is I think I'm gonna step away from me chronologically telling you guys what happens in the episodes. Clearly, you guys have probably watched it, and you're probably, when I'm looking up reviews, I'm not necessarily looking for them to tell me everything that happened in the episode, but more so just what was their experience with it and what do they think about it. So the big thing I want to focus on here is obviously Hit. I think that's a pretty obvious thing, or two things. The Goku walking around and sensing his energy and actually being incredibly paranoid, which is something we've never really seen Goku do. And two, Hit and Universe 6 and where he comes from. That was amazing to me. That was fantastic. So that's what I'm gonna focus on first here, is just Hit in this episode. We got to see a lot more of Hit than we had before. Not necessarily so much time on screen, but a lot of background here in this city he's in. And you guys want to know what it made me think of. Hopefully you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from on this. Immediately, as I'm watching this episode, immediately went to John Wick. It made me think of John Wick. And if you guys have not seen that film with Keanu Reeves, you should totally do so. I think it was it wasn't underrated, actually. Actually, it was very highly praised. But I've met many of people who have not watched that movie. I suggest it to them. They go watch it, and they come back and they tell me, freaking fantastic. Even my wife enjoyed that movie. Seriously, it was a great movie. But this is what this made me think of, because in John Wick, John Wick's not so much a character that you can truly relate to or anything like that, but it's the environment that the movie is set up in, the city and the hotel and everything else is just so mysterious and seems to have so much character to it, that it makes it so enjoyable. And so we're in this distant city in Universe 6, and Hit is going into this building, and clearly he has a job he needs to do. And seeing him use his abilities to skip past people and get into where he slows down time for everyone but him and the person he's going to kill, kind of like in Assassin's Creed, when you kill someone and it goes down into slow motion, it's just you and your target, right? And you and your target are having a discussion before they die. That is kind of what this that's kind of how they did this in this as well. Very, very cool. Something we obviously didn't see when they were in the tournament. And I don't know. It was just very neat seeing that. And hopefully you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from when I referred to it as kind of similar to John Wick. Because that's totally how I envisioned the city, if it were in real life, was kind of similar to that, because of the lights and everything else, and just kind of the mood it was setting in. And then on top of that, we had a Frost on a TV, and then a Kaba. I'm still going to say Kaba because that's how Crunchyroll translated it as well. Kayabe, Kabe, however you guys want to say his name. But either way, dropped his name, and we actually saw Frost. It said fugitive still on the run. That was very cool as well. Definitely, I see, and that's the thing with that. So I guess Champa, it doesn't really matter to Champa and Vados. They're going to pull Frost if they want Frost to be on their team or not. But they've got to come up with 10 characters for the future arc, which you guys haven't seen anything about that. I guess sorry for spoilers on that. But regardless, definitely cool to see Frost back on the screen, and definitely cool to have Kaba's name dropped there too. But The other thing I want to talk about was Goku at the beginning of this episode, which, you know, was kind of wonky when he was like sensing something over by the fridge and it being a cockroach, and then he was about to attack the mailman and stuff. Very cool though, very different. And that's what I kept thinking in my brain the whole time I was watching this episode. I was like, this is very different. This is not, you know, your normal Dragon Ball episode, at least not in my opinion. I mean, obviously there were the normal elements that you would see in the show, definitely the funniness from Goku, but the whole time he was walking around with his eyes closed. Of course, he went into a lingerie store, essentially Victoria's Secret, with his eyes closed, and the cashier's like, what is he doing? And he's running out with this big fish the whole time. It's pretty awesome. This Dragon Ball Super does a really good job of definitely bringing back the humor from the previous Dragon Ball series. But and actually, one other thing I really did want to talk about too. I'm kind of all over the place this week, guys. I didn't want to take notes. I wanted to see how it would go if I didn't take notes, and we didn't chronologically talk about the episode, and I just kind of focused on what really stuck out to me in the episode. And that's what I kind of wanted to do. Take a different approach, guys. I'm just trying something new here on the channel. And I'm going to see how you guys enjoy it. If you guys want me to go back to the chronological, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. And while we are on that same note, definitely let me know if if you guys have watched this episode already. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys enjoy it? If you didn't, why didn't you enjoy it? You know, what aspects of it did you not like? But Vegeta and Whis and their interactions were very interesting, and something that I don't know that many people give credit to is how intelligent Vegeta actually is, because he immediately noticed Whis' kind of attitude towards what Beerus said when Beerus was talking about, what's Goku doing? Is he training? Is he getting ready for this next tournament? Because we don't know when Zeno will just all of a sudden say, okay, it's time to do the Universal Tournament, and we need Goku to be our top tier guy. He's going to be our leader, and we need him to be ready to rock and roll. And Vegeta, of course, takes offense to that, which, of course, again, as a primarily Vegeta fan. I always say I'm a Vegeta fan, but and I am true a Vegeta fan, but I like Goku. I like Trunks, I like Gohan, I like Piccolo, I like Krillin, I like Tien, I like Yamcha, I like blah blah blah. I can keep naming them all off, but I do truly really like Vegeta, and I liked that they gave him this this moment of hey, I realize something is going on. You're totally trying to get something over my head, but I totally realize you something is up, right? You know what's going on with Goku, because Beerus is wondering what Goku's up to. Why is he not training? And Whis kind of, he acts normal with Beerus, and as soon as Beerus is gone, Whis is like, he kind of does, he doesn't do that, but he does kind of a telltale sign, and Vegeta's like, hey, I totally noticed that. What is going on? And essentially resents the fact that Beerus would say Goku's going to be their lead man, Goku's going to be their go-to guy for this Universal Tournament. And I think this is the perfect opportunity. Now, I'm going to say this. Some of you guys may disagree, because I know there are also people that maybe don't truly like Vegeta. Matter of fact, I've actually had people tell me that Vegeta actually kind of hinders them from truly enjoying the Dragon Ball series. For those of you that are Vegeta fans like me, or just genuinely enjoy all the characters of Dragon Ball like I do, you'll probably be like, wait, what? But I'm being dead serious. I've had people tell me that Vegeta kind of took away from their experience of Dragon Ball. But regardless, I think this would be a great opportunity with this next arc coming up to give Vegeta the time to actually one-up Kakarot, to actually one-up Goku. Will that happen? No, probably not. And many people, of course, are looking to Gohan to do it, and maybe someone else, but it'd be very cool to see Vegeta come through and do some amazing stuff. We honestly don't know what is in store for us in the upcoming episodes of Super once we get out of this small hit arc. And next week looks very cool. This episode ends whenever he does the thing to him. He basically says, I will come back once you're in the grave. And so I assume whatever he did to Goku is something, almost like maybe not killed him, but it appears that he is dead, but maybe put his body into some sort of coma state with a very sedated heart that you maybe can't detect, and he's just barely alive, or he's going to do some other technique that brings him back to life. I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but definitely there's something weird going on here, right? Obviously, especially with next week's preview of Hit and Goku fighting, we know Goku is not dead. Something is going on with them for sure, but still a very awesome episode, getting that insight into Universe 6 with where Hit is from. And getting to see him actually take out a target. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh. And Hit is one of the, honestly, one of the coolest characters I think ever introduced into a Dragon Ball series in general, and for sure one of the coolest characters introduced to us in Dragon Ball Super. He is such a cool and mysterious character, and I like that they are keeping that kind of aurora about him, that, you know, you don't really know much about him. We don't know what his race is. We don't know a lot of these things. He was so mysterious, and during the Universal arc, he just sat there. We didn't know anything about him, right, until he came down to actually fight, and he tore it up. Also mentioning he wouldn't even be using his time skip thing was also an interesting aspect of it too. But anyways, guys, that's kind of what I thought about Dragon Ball Super episode 71. I definitely enjoyed that episode a ton. That was a very enjoyable episode, and I liked them changing up the kind of structure of what we've come to expect from a Dragon Ball episode. I know as soon as those opening credits rolled off and we saw Goku going down, I was like, whoa, like, what is going on? What are they doing this week? This is awesome. And I never in a million years expected us to get to spend that much time with Hit and see him actually take out someone, actually perform a full assassination on someone. That was so much fun to watch. And hopefully, I hope you guys did enjoy this. I really do. Obviously, I'm always open to why you guys didn't, but I do truly hope that you guys were able to enjoy this episode, because I know I most certainly did. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video, today's discussion of Dragon Ball Super episode 71. Like I said, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Did you guys enjoy it? If you didn't, why not? And if you did, why did you enjoy it? Because I always like to hear the positive about it as well. Otherwise, guys, Nanogenix are signing off. You guys have a great day. Keep on keeping on, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.